Die, get out of that crop, you crows. Go on, get out.
Look like an Egyptian.
Oh, it's been a miserable week this week.
Hey, what?
I feel such a failure.
Oh, well, why would you feel a failure, Dad?
Oh, well, my hay fever's back.
Oh, well, what else went wrong?
Oh, it's your Uncle Rags.
Oh.
He's got too old for the job, and after the goats got him in that bottom paddock, oh, well, the Egyptians came along and took him off.
Oh, well, maybe he's going to go and guard Pharaoh's private garden.
Oh, no, I'm afraid not. They've used him to make straw for some bricks.
Oh.
Yeah, funny thing is, he always was as thick as 2 bricks. Now he is 2 bricks.
And what else happened, Dad?
Oh, this Pharaoh, the Egyptian king, he won't let the Israelites go home.
Huh.
And their creator has sent all sorts of terrible plagues on the land.
Well, how did that give you a bad week, Dad?
Well, first of all, the rivers turned to blood. Oh, it sent all the birds and animals crazy.
Yuck. Well, that sounds really bad.
You should have been here. The next plague was millions of gnats. So many I thought I was seeing spots before my eyes.
Well, did you see a doctor instead?
No, I just saw spots. I mean gnats. And then there was millions of flies. I spent all my time shooing flies.
Yeah, well, I would have let him go barefoot.
Yeah, and then came boils.
What on earth is that, Dad?
Boils are big sore lumps all over the skin.
You know, I know some camels that have lumps, humps, and some of them have 1 hump, others have 2 humps, and baby camels have none. You know what they're called? Hump-free.
Not exactly, son. The Egyptians were terrified, and then came the hail. It really came down. It was hailing cats and dogs.
Well, just as well it was in America. Over there they hail taxis.
Yeah, well, then came the airborne lawnmowers. Big locusts. I was so afraid. They just loved straw. I was thinking I'd be the last straw. And then it was all dark.
Or did someone turn out the lights, Dad?
Oh, no, just the sun. Oh, then I heard the next plague will be slaying the firstborn.
Oh, no. But Dad, what about the lamb, Dad?
Well, my children, the lamb is going to save our lives. Tonight an angel from God will go through the land and slay all the firstborn children amongst the Egyptians.
Yeah, but how can the lamb save us, Dad?
Well, Moses has ordered all the people to get dressed and to prepare a meal of roast lamb.
What? Lamb? Roast Sean? Oh, Dad, you can't roast Sean.
There, that should do it. Oh, when the angel of God sees this blood, he will pass over this house of ours, yes. Every father in every home amongst the Jewish families will have done this by now.
Poor Sean.
Now we must eat this bread.
But why is it unleavened bread, Father?
Because it has been prepared in haste, my dear. The lamb we will eat with bitter herbs to remind us of our terrible time in Egypt.
What about the blood?
Oh, the blood on the doorposts will protect you, my son.
But where are we going, Dad?
We are going on a great journey. God has promised his people a land just for us, where he will provide and care for us. So tomorrow early we will all be leaving Egypt.
Wow, but who knows the way, Dad?
God will guide and show the way. He has raised up Moses to guide the people.
Wow, I don't believe it. Hey, Dad, what on earth's all that crying? It sounds like all the people in Egypt are crying.
Oh, they are, my son. Every family has lost the firstborn. They did not believe God's warning, and now it is too late.
Aha, so that's why you had to sacrifice the lamb, so we could be saved.
That's correct. It is a very important lesson to learn. When God speaks, you obey.
We we bring you a news update to our Israeli escaped story. Apparently, all of the people of Israel have not only escaped safely today, but thousands upon thousands of Egyptian troops have drowned in the Red Sea. Apparently, they were in pursuit of the people of Israel who crossed the sea earlier in the day. They crossed on dry land. When the Egyptian army tried to follow, the sea closed in and they were all perished. We were to bring you an eyewitness report, but apparently there's no one available in the Egyptian army, and the people of Israel are now on the other side of the Red Sea.
Now, grandson, I am going to teach you another character in Chinese language.
Oh, what's that, Granddad?
Okay, so word for today is to come.
Oh,
So, firstly, to make this word, we make the word for tree. So, that is first part. Then we make second part.
and that means come.
No, not yet.
Oh.
That is the word for tree.
Tree.
Now, on top of tree, we put word for great man. So, now we have tree and great man, correct?
Correct.
So, now we need to make figure of man either side of great tree.
Oh, you're clever, Granddad.
So, now we have completed figure of the word to come.
Come.
So, do you know what this reminds me of every time I see this word?
What, Granddad?
Long time ago, the great man Jesus came from heaven and came down and died on a cross.
Oh.
So, in this figure, we have the great man on the tree, shaped like the cross.
Oh.
These two men can represent the two thieves that died either side.
Oh, that's right. On either side. Yeah, I remember.
So, God's Son Jesus came down from heaven as a great man. He died on the cross. Also, he was God's Son. And this was the way that God was to redeem his people. He paid a price for their sin by allowing his Son to die on the cross.
Really?
And we must make a response. We must come.
Oh, as simple as that.
Come back to him. Correct. So, every time we see the word to come, it reminds us that we must come back to our Creator God, who died on the cross for us.
It's just not fair. It's not fair.
Hang on. What's not fair?
I wasn't there playing.
Well, what's the problem? You, not that plane you spent all of that time and effort making.
That's the one.
Oh, no, that's that special model plane. How on earth did you lose it?
Well, I was flying it and it lost.
You mean it got lost?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Have you looked anywhere?
Oh, now I found it.
Well, what's the problem if you've lost the plane and now you found it?
Well, it's in a shop.
Hang on. You made the plane, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you lost the plane,
Yeah.
and now it's in a shop. How come it got to the shop?
Well, some guys found it.
Aha, so some guys found your plane, and what did they do?
Well, they sold it to the guy for $10.
I see. You've got quite a problem, haven't you? You mean the guy in the shop knows it's your plane and he's going to sell it to you back for $10?
Yeah, and it's not fair. It's just not fair.
I can see your problem. Well,
And I made it, and I lost it, and now I've got to buy it back.
okay, hang on. I know that's not fair, but otherwise, if you don't pay the $10 to the guy in the shop, well, he's out of $10, isn't he?
Well, I suppose so, but I made it.
I know you made it, but we've got to get it back somehow. So, you need the $10.
Yeah, that's why I came to see you.
I thought you came to see me for something. Okay, so you need the $10 to buy it back. You know, that reminds me of something else.
What, did you have to buy something back?
No. Someone I know, he made them.
I do.
I'll tell you in a minute. He made them, and they got lost, but when he had to pay a price to buy them back, he had to pay it with his son's life.
Oh, what?
Yes, it was terrible. You know, my Creator, he made us, and we all got lost. We all went our separate ways and became a big bunch of rebels. And he lovingly sent his son down to earth to die on a cross for mankind, just like on this picture here.
Oh, I see, that's terrible.
Yes, he had to die on a cross, and he had to pay a price for all of the sin of all of mankind. We didn't deserve it, but he did that for us because he loves us. And all we have to do is turn around and come back to him and tell him about all of the things that we've done wrong, and he will forgive us. There's a word, big old-fashioned word, called redemption.
What does that mean?
Well, to buy back, just like you've done with your aeroplane. God bought us back. He paid a price. It was his son's life. So he redeemed us with his blood.
Ah, look at those two. I wonder, did someone make them, or did they just happen? No one would buy them back, that's for sure. I wonder if you can recycle straw. It's funny, you know. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. But Jesus died for all those that believe in him, and now they can go to heaven. I wonder if that makes them recycled sinners.